Let's check in on that forecast. Evan, so the heat, how hot? What's going on?
Tomorrow inland is where it's going to pack a punch. That's where we start to see some 90s in the mix. Not going to be record-breaking territory, and it's also not even qualifying for an excessive heat warning, but it is going to be hot, especially for the kids who are going to be now enjoying their summer outside. Congratulations to the kids who have started their summer season. We are going to be getting hot between today and tomorrow. As we head toward the weekend, we cool down dramatically, and then going into early next week, another heat wave on the way. So it's just this back and forth, this push and pull that we see out there. Minimum temperature was broken yesterday morning. Take a look at where we made it in Anaheim. 66 degrees was the lowest temperature that we saw. 65 was that previous record for the overnight low. For Oceanside, for Newport, for Riverside, 64 and 63 degrees, meaning that was as cold as we got, and that was tying previous records. Take a look at the surf forecast. I know a lot of people are going to be planning on going to the beach with their heat that they have for the afternoon. So keep in mind, we're going to see 2 to 4 foot waves out there, sets of 5. Risk of rip currents remains high. It fluctuates between moderate and high, but important to swim near a lifeguard, surf near a lifeguard, spend all of your time in the water near a lifeguard, as that is, of course, going to be potentially dangerous if you're not near anyone around that time. High tide, low tide out there, not doing too bad. Conditions walking out the door mostly in the 50s and 60s. 58 in Escondido for your temperature right now. 57 in Poway, 62 in Oceanside. Cloud cover is significant across the county because those clouds are low down to the ground, but we do have indications that those clouds are going to pull back pretty quickly into the next several hours. So come 10, 11 a.m., we should have some clearing, at least for most of your county, with the exception of your coast, where some of those clouds may linger at times, but we do have some models that point to clearing taking place very quickly, just like yesterday, where we saw that sun very, very quickly along the coastline into 10, 11 a.m. That's because these clouds are not quite as expansive. We also don't have any watches, warnings, advisories for our county in San Diego, but when we pull out to that wider look, you can see the excessive heat warning that we do have in effect off to the east of us. That is for areas of Imperial County all the way through Arizona. That's a large spanning one. We don't meet the criteria for it. We're still staying in the more moderate range, but it is still going to be pretty warm out there, especially for many of your inland valleys. Ramona 84, Julian 90 this afternoon, 81 for El Cajon, 71 for Carlsbad, and 69 for Del Mar, your forecast high. 8-day microclimate shows that we stay warm into tomorrow, if not warm up, and then we cool down just slightly as we head into the weekend. 70s come back into play for your inland valleys, upper 60s for your coastline. Mountains and deserts follow a very similar pattern into next week. Another warm up with plenty of sunshine.